Some people are accusing Tinubu of introducing violence and thuggery and all manner of things into um APC, or into this into the politics of APC. You understand that you when you see majority of the people from PDP, and that is why they are taking advantage of them. When you look at PDP people are the kind of people that we know that when it comes to corruption, they be ugbonge, but they were doing it codedly. They were not coming out to, use it to spite the people, use it to suppress or press the people that say, yes, we they steal, we they do this, we they do that. Waiting una go fit do. They go see they form innocence. That is the kind of that is the character of most of PDP. Because when they always all of them talk about ideology and all of that, but we know that whether because of how long they stayed in power, and as at some point they were boasting that they were going to spend 60 years, that nobody's going to take over from them and all of that. Maybe because they were too really confident and too relaxed that nothing they happen. So at the end of the day, it's slipped out of their hands. But what we are trying to say now is that the coming of a desperate people, and that's why you see that since APC came on board, since the time of Buhari, the Northerners, they were all of them, all the things that they were doing, and because we always form this tribalism, politics, and that is what is still obtainable as we speak now. All the things that they were doing, because Buhari was the president, so everything that was being done by the people from the north, it was really okay by majority of them. Though we still have a pocket of people, few individuals who are coming out to say, oh no, it is not supposed to be like that. But those people, you cannot even see them much. But one thing is that with all the things that they were doing, Tinubu was so happy about it. You want to talk about the insurgency, you want to talk about the bandits and the Boko Haram, especially the bandits. They formed a class of Fulani men. Tinubu was even defending them, and the kind of politics that is being played in Lagos. Politics of thuggery and what have you. And that is where you look at a typical PDP person. Forget the fact that they are jumping from one party to another. They will still come back to PDP. You look at them, the likes of Saraki, what is it called? Dino Melaye. Even Atiku, let's even take Atiku as a case study. And I saw a comment made by somebody one day saying that, why is it that this article is so quiet? Does it really have what it takes? Okay, somebody was saying that article cannot. I think yes, it was this. Whether it's still the former uh, Northern Elders Forum speaker, Akim Baba, saying that Tinubu article does not have what it takes to unseat Tinubu. This and that. He doesn't have that. The clouds and what have you. And somebody said, you know what? Yes, that said, they have not said nothing has really been associated with a article, whether he has a thugs working for him or trying to manipulate his state, because he has his own state. He would have manipulated his state to make sure that he's the godfather there. Is the godfather there, but that is not working. Or you have heard that maybe it's kind of diabolical and all of that. But when you talk about you know, take one or two things, people accusing him, the accusation we've been hearing about Atiku is that all this one they be bewiri, oh they be this, they be looters, they be this, they be that one then you cannot fight for them, you cannot defend them, that whether they are what people are alleging them to be, whether you can defend them or not, that's a different ballgame entirely. But people just like when you hear that, people just like somehow people just agree to the fact that people agree alleging that they are corrupt and all of that. You will not want to argue it, because you could see some traces or some things that resembles that thing. But when you talk about whether they carry want to, whether they do am, that's why they say they coded. They will not come and tell you that we are making you to suffer. Now we they do am. Wait till you go feed, you go to court. There's nothing you can do about it. Can you just imagine Oshomole too, firing Showore that because Nigerians are hungry, so they should not be crying. Ah, You see this two, that one said don't do join them. That one does not even know how to talk. But a lot of people were really see, a lot of people are still shocked with the way this guy has been behaving. What was his name? Oh, Akpabio. Because Akpabio, people just know Akpabio that, okay, maybe people in his state, they knew him for who he was. But generally, Akpabio was just, people say, they used to call him Paros. They say they call him Paros in Akwa Ibom when he was a governor. They used to call it, the name they call him, but the meaning of that name, they call it in their own language, but it means a parrot. But the way he's talking now, talking anyhow, uh anyhow, and people are now beginning to see that, who is this man? Even when he decamped to APC, when he was with, when Tinubu, we saw a picture of him and Tinubu decamped to APC, he was not that kind of person that talks anyhow. But with the coming of APC, they did everything possible, and we heard a lot of things, whether confession from their side, even Erufai too, saying that they paid some people, in case Goodluck Jonathan will refuse to yield power to them, or to surrender or whatever, that they had their plans. But at the end of the day, it was their plan that really backfired. You see that it was their plan that really backfired, that caused that has escalated this issue of insecurity that we have today, that they don't even know how to they don't know what to do about it. So, and people are saying, and just imagine the impunity of Tinubu now, is even worse than that of Abacha. It's worse than that of the military people. Even Buhari that came, that one was just trying to maintain. Of course, he was always coming out with we could see the actions and his whole character with all of these things happening. But Tinubu, you cannot even, he has taken it to another level. No wonder he was saying that, you know what, I will continue from where Buhari stops. Meaning Buhari did not do anything. We can see the difference. We can see the difference. So this issue of a thuggery, this issue of impunity, this issue of I want to have everything, or you don't even want to, the kind of a lot of people really had that kind of reservations when this guy, they said he won. That I hope waiting happen for far house, you know, go happen for goat house. Waiting happen for Lagos, you know, go happen for Nigeria. And that is exactly what we are seeing now. They are so desperate, and when you begin to throw some questions at them, they go violent. They are always shouting on top of their voice. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this, whether it is true introduce a thuggery and a violence into this politics of today again.